Hello, and welcome back. So, a relaxing game of Morrowind sounds really good right now. But I can't relax just yet because I've got a guy outside that wants me dead. So, that's a pretty good sanctuary spell, but I think I need some better illusion. I might need some better conjuration as well. Oh, that was the wrong thing to use. No, it should be okay. Just sleep in my tower, why not? I'll just store this in here, I won't be needing that. Airship plans, I'll hold on to those. Eventually I should move all this crap to my tower. Just looks kind of silly all lying here. Ah, my good old helmets. Yeah, it's another damn cultist. So, in tangentially related news, I actually finished up most of that thing I was working on for Daggerfall Unity.
Greetings.
I guess I'll just go ahead and say what it was that I was working on. It's the class creator. And it's all done except for the help button.
What was that?
Tidings and good wishes to you, friend.
And funny thing, I actually just completely forgot
Well met.
to code that. I was so excited about being done with everything else that I just pushed the code. And like 5 minutes later, I was like, oh.
You seem quite intrigued.
So yeah, it's not in the build yet
Greetings.
because Interkarma, the guy who the code base belongs to, he wants to test it out first. And it definitely needs some testing. I did a little bit of testing on it. But, not a whole lot. It might be broken. We don't know yet. But, pretty soon you should be able to start making your own classes in Daggerfall Unity. Steel bolt. I thought you had silver bolts. Orcish bolts. I'll just go for the silver ones. Oh, she trains marksmen, I think. She might be a master. I'll just go rest in the underworks. Because you can do that in this game. Might need that marksman as well when I'm fighting that guy. He's a tough bastard. I remember the last time I played this game, I just ended up using the dwarven darts on him.
I'm listening.
If you care to talk.
Let's see, far blind. I'm gonna test this out. He might be too resistant for this. His willpower might be too high. I think willpower is what governs whether this works. I know that's what governs whether Paralyze works. No, not area. Just blind him for like 7 seconds. Nah, screw it, 10 seconds. That's a little bit costly. Okay, I think that's good enough. So we'll try that. I don't know where he is. This is kind of scary. He could be lurking around any corner. This wind is so loud. It's kind of unnecessarily loud. There he is. Oh, I think it... No, he reflected it. Damn it. Of course he reflected. Okay, that worked. He's still hitting me somehow. What the hell? How? How can you hit me when you're 50% blind? It's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my original plan of summoning things. Arian's helper. Oh, that's not charged. I lost track of him again. There he is.
Speak
Alright, let's cast my sanctuary. I want to attack him. Wow. Stupid Atronax. Okay, first I'm going to charge this up all the way. I didn't charge it up much. Wow. It's taking a long time. Okay, good enough. It's a very powerful artifact. It takes a while. You gotta avoid those darts. Those things are deadly. This scimitar is not a slouch either. Whoa! Look at that! Really annoying. Of course he hits me on the first try. And of course I didn't bring any restore health potions. No. This guy is absurdly hard. Makes Gaynor look like a pussy. Alright, I did a little bit of damage. I'm using myself as bait. Oops. Oh. Get away. Piss off. Maybe I can lower his stamina if I make him chase me a bunch. And these slow Atronachs, god. Look at it. Come on. This is pretty much how you have to do this, because he's just really too strong. He does too much damage. He's too hard to hit. Oh! And now I'm over encumbered. I bet if I put this on, I won't be. Okay, Leiden's Ward. So did he damage my strength, or what? Yeah, I guess he damaged it. Hang on. Restore attributes. Man, he really did a number on my attributes. Do you see how much work I have to do to restore them? I hope you're happy. Damn dark elf bastard. Oh my god, is he regenerating health? I sincerely hope that he is not regenerating health. Oh, stop shooting. Okay, I think that's everything. Get out of the way. Ah, he's still got more darts. My strength is back down. Sorry I'm not providing a lot of commentary right now. This is just taking a lot of my concentration. I could use some extra luck. I don't know what to do. I say help. Somebody help me. Ah, you bastard. Where's my justice? How come none of you bastards are protecting me? Stupid Bosmer asking me where I'm from while this guy's attacking me. I'm trying to find my Restore Magicka. Oh! goes damaging my attributes again. And I used up all of my bolts on him.
You will be disgraced for this.
Is he fleeing? No. Oh, he is fleeing. Ha! What are you afraid of? Shoot, I have to use my ebony arrows now. I hope you know these things are expensive. What are you idiots doing? And I'm out of arrows. Hang on. Maybe if I bound a longsword, my skill would be high enough to hit him. And that does seem to be helping. Oh, God. Really need to bind my crap. Hearthiel. Alright, it's time for Sujamma. Maybe some Cyrodiilic brandy. Flynn, I'll just drink all the booze. Sujamma. Hell yeah. Here we go, motherfucker. Right. See, I don't need darts. It's got some crazy good armor. Still not as highly rated as mine, though. 163 versus 233, yeah, there's no comparison. 163, 186. How about that pauldron? This is a ebony of pauldron. 140. Oh, this is a little better. It's really heavy though. 30 weight units versus 20. It's kind of ugly too. I don't know if it's worth it. Oh well, let's hold on to it. Of course I don't have any Metrica. I drink Sujamma. Have you eliminated the threat of my poor mad missing hand and brought peace to Mournhold? Salos Valor is dead. Pain is almost more than I can bear. But you have served me faithfully, and it is in my mind to grant you a divine blessing. Would you like skin as tough as iron? Would you like my protection against paralyzing terror? Or would you wish to always bask in the warm comfort of my reflected glory? Quick now, choose. You must not keep your deity waiting. Paralysis is a problem, but I think my biggest problem is that I'm really squishy. So, skin like iron. I bless you with my gift, and mark you as my own. Be ever faithful in your service, and you may expect more generous rewards. Let's see what she gave me. Her iron skin. Oh, that just raises my armor skill a little bit. That's not bad. Welcome, Nainlorn. It is time we talked of greater things. I have watched you since your arrival in Vardenfell. You have been a strong and faithful servant to me. None but the Nerevarine could have succeeded as you have. How long I have waited for this. My Nerevar returned to me at last. You're spoiling the plot of the base game. Come on now. I have watched from my temple as others have made the claim, and I have seen them fall. I believe now that you are the one who was prophesied. I believe you to be the Nerevarine, though I have watched others come and go. My belief is that you are the child of prophecy. The time has come for you to reclaim your station. Together we can unite Morrowind once again, free from the Imperial yoke. For years, the Chimmer and Dwemer had been at war. The Dwemer spurned the Daedra that the Chimmer worshipped, instead placing their faith in their metal creations. It was only when the Nords invaded Resdane that the two nations were able to join as one, under the leadership of our Nerevar and the Dwarf King Dumak. In time, the two generals became blood friends, and on the day that Nerevar and I were wed, Dumak presented us with twin blades, Hope's Fire and True Flame. Each was a magnificent blade, the pinnacle of Dwemer craftsmanship. Their blades burned with an unearthly fire, and the sight of them struck fear into our enemies. My blade has been kept safe, but not so True Flame, the blade of Nerevar. It was lost at the Battle of Red Mountain. True Flame, the blade of Nerevar. In the battle beneath Red Mountain, True Flame was shattered, the flame extinguished, and in the confusion the pieces lost. It is time for you, Nerevarine, to remake the blade and take your place by my side once again. I have only one, which I now give to you. Through my magic, I have been able to determine that the other pieces of the blade are nearby. Find the other two pieces of the blade, and forge the blade anew. Only you may accomplish this, Nerevarine. As I said, they are nearby. Look to those in the city that you know and trust for guidance. Find those who would have use for such items such as this. Prove your mettle to me, Nerevarine, and soon we will stand together once again. The best weaponsmiths in all Termriel reside in my city. When you have recovered the pieces of the blade, seek out the finest among these craftsmen and press them into our service. You'll find a number of them in my fair city. It was these artisans who built this city from ruins under my guidance. This glorious temple was erected by men in Myr, of stout heart and strong faith. If any in this land can forge that blade, they'll be found in my city. So I just have to ask random people where the pieces of the blade are. But why would anyone know? Vedris?
What is it you need? I have no more jobs for you, but the Lady Almalexia has informed me that you may report to her directly.
According to Almalexia, the pieces of the blade are all in Mournhold. She has given me the first, and when I find the other two, I'm okay.
It's another perfect day in Morrowind.
Is it though? So she said to look to those I know and trust, but I talked to pretty much everybody I know. Well, I guess there's Tienius Deletian. I don't really trust him though. Maybe this guy knows.
Damn that Ilnori Faustus, damn him. Damn that carkered, scrib-sucking son of a Hammerfell whore. He left me just a few hours ago without so much as a wave goodbye. Just walked out the door. Well, good riddance, I suppose. But I still need an apprentice. If you find any able-bodied young person looking for work, let them know I need an apprentice.
That was that guy we talked to a few parts ago. I forgot to follow up with that. I don't want all 200 of them. Can't I just like... Oh, that's how. To find the craftsman who will best forge the blade. When I find the other two, but I don't know where to find them. She gives me very little direction. Okay, so as it turns out, I'm actually supposed to ask Berenzia about this. And Alexia said that, you know, I should ask people who I am close to, like people who I know and trust. See, the problem with that is I have not met Berenzia yet. Now, if I would have met Berenzia, this would have made more sense, but even so, that's still a little bit vague. And I forget where Berenzia is, but that's kind of my fault. But my point is, to the people in the Morrowind's directions are too vague camp. I'm giving you this one. I fully agree with this, with you on that, in this particular case. Here she is. Okay, I guess I should have met Berenzia to begin with, because, you know, she's a returning character from Daggerfall, so that's pretty cool. And here she is. She looks a lot more gray than she did in Daggerfall.
These are strange times, my friend. The people are frightened.
It's because there was an error in
I'm a busy gal, so if you could
the
hurry
art
this
direction in that game. I wonder what she keeps in these chests. My sneak is really bad, so if I tried to break into them, they'd know. Oh well.
These are strange times, my friend. The people are frightened.
So you are the one recently arrived from Vardenfell. What is it you wish to ask? Let's just ask her about a few things. She is one of the Tribunal, the God Kings of Morrowind. She resides in the High Temple. I know that. I am Berenzia, Queen Mother. I am Berenzia. Were you confused about that? Yes, it's very confusing. Craftsmen. There are many in the city. If it's weaponsmithing you're interested in, try Yagak Gluck at the Craftsman's Hall. He's a sharp one. For the Dunmer, Alexia has always represented the motherly virtues of compassion and forgiveness, healing and protection, but in recent years, since the war with Daggothur, she has become harsher. She has become a harsher, more unsympathetic patron. Alexia has changed, and many followers feel she has not changed for the better. A movement within the priesthood, critical of current practices, the dissident priests, has been ruthlessly suppressed by the temple. Goblins? In Mournhold? I've heard some odd stories of creatures in the sewers beneath God's Reach, but I never thought there might be goblins. Terrible creatures. I am sorry for his widow. He was an old man, and lived in a rich and rewarding life, but that is little consolation to those left behind. Reforge the Blade of Nerevar. I have heard rumors of the Nerevarine returning. Could it be you? I wonder. If what Alexia says is true, and all the pieces of the blade are here in Mournhold, I have few suggestions for you. Helsith's champion, Carid, carries a blade that is of ancient Dummer design. Perhaps you will learn more from him, though it will be difficult to get the information out of Carid. Because, you know, usually Carid says nothing. Tienius has been my son Helsith's loyal and trusted advisor for many years. He is a skilled warrior and an intelligent man. Do not be fooled by his rough exterior. Tienius is a shrewd man, an excellent judge of character. It is no coincidence my son trusts him as implicitly as he does. I understand you have found the thing and returned it to the goddess. Walk with care, Naenlorn. It is wise to be wary of gods and with moral failings. Wise words. Hello, Carid.
Thank you for helping us put our house in order, Sarah.
Oh, hey, it's Helsith.
Ah, so you're the one Tienius has been telling us about. You should have brought the information to us directly. Still, you may be of use. We understand you had a slight inconvenience earlier. It appears we were given a bit of misinformation.
Yes, a slight inconvenience as as in you tried to kill me.
We understand you were visited by some Dark Brotherhood assassins. A regrettable occurrence. They are a difficult lot, but they do have their usefulness. I'm certain that will no longer be a problem for you.
Yeah, because I killed them all.
Yes, we have various sources throughout Vardenfeld that are paid well to provide us with information. Unfortunately, sometimes it proves to be incorrect. One of our informants had suggested that you could pose a threat to our monarchy. That cannot be allowed, as I'm sure you understand. It is never easy for one to assume the throne, especially after the unfortunate set of circumstances that led to our beloved King Lethen's death. There are those who would seek to profit from such events, to take the opportunity to create unrest among the people. There are those even who would wish to see us dead. Does this surprise you? Even now, there are those who would see our head on a pike. What better way to achieve those goals than to have others removed that would oppose you? Surely you have some understanding of this. In fact, we have recently been told of a plot against the throne. I assume you've heard of the Morag Tong, and of the Dark Brotherhood. They have their purpose in Morrowind. Some of the informants have learned of a possible assassination plot against our royal person. I would like more information on this. However, I do not want to compromise the safety of my guards or of my informant. I believe, however, you would be suitable for this matter. I wish for you to meet an informant of mine at the local corner club, the Winged Guar. You'll find it in God's Reach. He's an orc, and shouldn't be too hard to pick out. Find him, and ask him about his uncle's farm. He'll know what it means, then report back to me with your information. Just ask him about it. May his spirit rest among his ancestors. We did all that we could for him, but in the end, he seemed to have lost his will to live. He was a great man, and we mourn his loss.
Yeah, right, you killed him. Karad says nothing. Oh, okay, I was supposed to ask her about Karad. He is mute, Nainlorn. None have ever heard him utter a word, and the only way to get near him is in battle. You will need to convince Helzeth to let you duel his champion. Speak with my son. Perhaps it can be arranged. Okay, I looked it up, and you actually do have to do that little quest for him first. Once again, the game doesn't really tell you that. It's being vague again. And that's the exception to the rule, though. It's usually not that vague. Where am I going? It's God's Reach. So I gotta go to the Winged Guar and ask that orc about his uncle's farm. It's the code phrase.
Head on.
What
What say you, Altmer?
Where's my Sujamma? What's taking so long? Oh, you don't look like the publican. That's it, publican. Get out of my way. Hey, where's my Sujamma?
All right, I'm listening.
Excuse me. Please get out of my way. Please get out of my way. You're in my way. Please move. Please. Matan Lemax, please move. I think that's the guy. He really wants to go through that door. Doesn't really seem to know how handles work.
May each day greet you warmly, friend.
Let me just persuade you a bit. Apparently he has good speechcraft. Alright. Throw some money at him. Yeah, I get it. Code words. Whatever. Here's what you should know. Our king is paranoid. I know. It's treason to even think that sort of stuff. But it's true. He always thinks someone is out to get him. The man has had me checking into a different conspiracy every week for the last month. I kept telling him, "You're the king. You're gonna have enemies." Does he listen? Pfft. This time, though, there might be something to it. I found some disturbing information. My sources tell me that there's a plot, but not against the king. From what I've been able to gather, there will be an attempt made on the Queen Mother's life. I'm not sure who would want to target her. From what I know, she has no enemies in Morrowind. That's just what my sources are telling me. Somebody wants Brenzia dead. How's this not gonna like that?
Ah, Mainlaw, have you learned more about that plot? Yes, I expected you would find out as much. Other sources of mine indicate the same thing, and that the attempt will be made tomorrow night. Our mother must be protected at all costs, but I do not wish to tip my hand to these assassins. Here is how we will protect Berenzia. It would be unwise to station more guards outside her doors, as that would alert the killers to our knowledge. Better to catch them in the act. One of our royal guards could be involved in this attempt, so they will be kept occupied elsewhere. You will stay in the antechamber outside the mother's chambers tomorrow morning, or evening, and deal with these assassins when they arrive. Close the door behind you and hide behind the screens, so as not to alert them to your presence. Meantime, find out whatever else you can.
Okay, so like they're two separate like quest paths that you can take. Like you can do the Fedra Solar quests, or you can do all the quests for Tienius Delician. But either way gets you to where you need to go. Except that if you only do the Fedra Solar stuff, then you have to go back and actually no. No, it's fine to do that. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. If you do the Fedra Solar stuff, you're probably less likely to talk to Brenzia first. So that's the only problem. So then you get confused like I did. Where are those assassins? Close both doors in the anteroom. Derp. Oh, here they come. I am in the position where King Helzeth told me to wait outside Berenzia's chambers, and I have closed the door to the room behind me. Where's he going? It's the other way. Man. More pathfinding glitches. That's unfortunate.
Now you die!
Look at them trying to get through the door. The other guy's stuck. It's a wonder these guys are able to kill anyone. Adamantium short swords. It's alright, Brenzia. My protector! It seems you were able to take care of that ridiculous plot. It seems that's been taken care of. Good work.
These are strange times, my friend.
I understand you were able to protect Brenzia. You were able to hold off the assassins. Interesting. I got my voice. Perhaps the threat was not as great as it seemed. We commend you. Take this as a show of our appreciation. We are impressed with your efforts so far. When you are ready, speak to me about further service to your king.
So he says we because that's the royal we. As I understand, like when regents refer to themselves, they say we.
By your actions so far, you have proven yourself to be both strong and loyal to our throne. It is now time for you to prove yourself to me. Personally, I have plans for you, Naenlorn, and it is almost time they were put into motion. All in good time. First, you will prove yourself. I require all those close to me to be powerful, able to defend me from any adversary. Perhaps you have met my personal bodyguard, Kerod. He is a perfect example, the finest fighter I have met in all my travels, and loyal to me to the death. I met him many years ago, a deaf and dumb child wandering the streets of Wayrest. The boy actually had the audacity to try and rob my stepsister, Elisana. I marveled at his courage, and took him into my employ. When a dog has been beaten, Naenlorn, it will lick the hand of the one who feeds it, even the most meager of scraps. Now he is most loyal of my servants, and one of my most deadly. I wish for you to fight my champion. That is correct. I have come to know you a bit, Naenlorn. I believe you can be of some use to me, but the plans I have will require someone of great strength or wit, perhaps both. The time has come for you to prove this to me. You will return here tomorrow, and you will duel Kerod. If you are able to defeat him, we will discuss my plans for you.
Thank you for helping us put our house in order, Sarah.
Thank you for helping us put our house in order.
I'm trying to like synchronize my voice with it. But I feel like I've kind of forgotten how it sounds.
Welcome to our city, Outlander.
It's a finicky thing. It's voice acting. Especially when you're an amateur like me. I've never had any formal training.
How are you today?
How are you today?
Sky, sorry about that. This voice kind of does a number on my throat.
It is not yet time to fight my champion. Return later and we will have the battle.
Thank you for helping us put our house in order, Sarah.
You will meet him tomorrow. Report back here tomorrow and prepare to face Kerod.
But I've already waited a day.
Have you come to fight my champion? Are you prepared to face Kerod? The finest fighter I have ever known, as you will soon learn. Soon learn.
These pronunciations.
Ah, you have come to meet Kerod in battle. Good for you. Have I mentioned that Kerod has never been defeated? Perhaps I hadn't. This is to be a fair fight. Use whatever weapons or spells are at your disposal. I wish you both luck. At least one of you will need it. None are to interfere, and you will begin on my command.
Oh, Kerod. Kerod says nothing. Can we fight now?
Let the duel begin.
That wasn't Helseth's voice. Helseth turned into a woman for a second. Oh jeez. Wow, he is really resistant. Must have a willpower of like 100. Wait, what does more damage? Okay, katana 44. 50. Yeah, this is better. Hold. I am beaten. You are the greater warrior, Naenlorn. You should now speak to my liege. He speaks. He's not mute after all.
Enough! I have seen you fight my champion. Though I find it hard to imagine how you have succeeded. I did not believe anyone could best Karod, but you have shown me otherwise. And he speaks. There are depths to you, Naenlorn, that I will fathom in time. For now, you have proven yourself to me. I am impressed, Naenlorn. None have ever defeated Karod in battle. I certainly didn't expect you to be the first. You continue to surprise me. You have proven your worth to me, as well as your loyalty. Take this as a token of my faith in our friendship. It was my father's ceremonial dagger, and I now place it in your possession. Do not disgrace his memory, Naenlorn. Now, let us discuss my plans for you. As I'm certain you know, Mournhold is one of the seats of power for the tribunal. The goddess Almlexia resides here in her temple, surrounded by her high ordinators. I have no great love for Almlexia, her ordinators, or the tribunal of which she is a part. In light of recent events, I believe it is time to gather more information about them. The attack on Mournhold was as unexpected to me as it was destructive to the city, and I make it my business to remain forewarned of this sort of event. Many believed the attacking creatures to have been Dwemer constructs, but we now know this is not the case. These creatures were beyond anything dreamt of by the dwarves. Creatures it would take the power of a god to create. I would like you to learn more about the attacks. I believe the only person who might shed more light on this situation is Almlexia herself. All indications are that these creatures must be the constructs of Sotha-Sil, and only Almlexia is likely to have information about him. I wish for you to speak to her, learn what she knows about the creatures, and report to me. There is no reason for the goddess to suspect that you and I may be allied. Use this to your advantage. Do not approach me again until you have learned all you can. Sotha-Sil is one of the tribunal. None have seen the Tinkerer in centuries, from what I understand. I distrust these man gods, especially ones I can't find.
Let's see this dagger of Simicus. It's a glass dagger, constant effect, fortify short blade, and fortify endurance and reflect. That's pretty good. At least it would be good if I used that. Oh shoot! So how's this collar? That's also really good. But Gaenor's amulet is better. 15 points, fortified luck. That's really good.
Thank you for helping us put our house in order, Sarah.
You are quite welcome, King Hlalu Helseth.
Greetings, my dearest servant. You were to forge the blade of Nerevar once again. Now that I've gained the king's confidence, he would like me to gather information. Alexia. Elsa suspects the attack tribunal. Report to him only when I have learned all that I can. The king was explicit. In order to keep Alexia from suspecting we are working together, I should not be seen with him until his matter is resolved. Sothasil. Do not concern yourself with Sothasil. He lives in his own way, as he always has. No, I have not spoken with him in a long time. But this is not odd. I am certain all is well with my old friend.
Hello, High Elf, and welcome to my shop. Have you come to order a piece of my famous custom armor?
Not really.
Need custom armor? I'm the one you want.
You're looking for someone to make a blade. Oh,
Sorry, he's not a dark elf. You're looking for someone to make a blade. I can make anything. Tell me what you need, and I can forge that blade. Why does he sound like a Nord? Tell me what you need, and I can forge the blade. I'm that good, you betcha. I'm trying to do like a Wes Johnson orc. I can make any blade you want. Don't care what it was, or whose it was to start with, or who this Nerevar is. Bring me the pieces and I'll put it together better than it was before. To work with that kind of material, I'll work for free. But I'll need the pieces first. Now go away.
Citizen.
I'm supposed to talk to Karod again. Because he gives you the other piece.
Justice never sleeps. What was that?
Hello, Karod. If you could be so kind as to give me a piece of the blade. When I was a child, my father gave me this weapon. He told me that as long as I had it, none would defeat me in battle, until the rightful owner came to claim it from me. I know now that you are the one of whom he spoke. I give it to you freely. May it serve you as well as it has served me. Odd Dwemer weapon.
Me. Sure. Whatever.
So it's pretty crappy. It barely does any damage. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you have to go to the Museum of Artifacts to get the next piece.
I'm listening.
Greetings, I am Tarasa Aram, curator of the Mornhold Museum of Artifacts. The museum is privately funded and is an effort to collect and display many of the artifacts from this part of the world. Should you want to sell something you feel the museum will be interested in, bring the item here and we can assess its value. Be warned, however, that theft is a serious matter, and likely to equal a death warrant for any foolish enough to attempt it. I just love their death penalty here. Stendora's hammer. Rumor has it the god of justice himself wielded this hammer. I am inclined to believe it, as none less than a god could ever hope to raise this thing, let alone swing it. It took four men just to lift it onto the podium for display. So I have a few artifacts. I don't really want to get rid of any of them. I could give her the dagger of Simicus. I could part with that. How did you come to possess this? What a local treasure. If you're willing to part with it, I can offer 10,000 gold. Hang on, I want to... okay. Don't want to make the mistake. I need to donate. The pieces of the blade of Nerevar here in Mornhold. Now there's something I'd like to get my hands on for the museum. I can't say that I have seen any that I know of, but I do have one piece from roughly the same time, and it seems to be of Dwemer construction. I don't even have it on display because I haven't been able to positively identify it yet. It's a shield of Dwemer make, but not traditional in any sense of the word. The pieces of it just don't seem to match, and I've wondered if it isn't some sort of fake. I suppose I might be able to part with it, but I'll need some compensation. I'm always looking for new pieces for the Museum of Artifacts. Unique items, armor and weapons of lore. You know the stuff. If you would be willing to donate a couple to the museum, I'd be willing to part with the shield. Alright, I'll donate the Dagger of Symmachus. And I don't want to give her any of the other stuff. Well, let's see, Barilzar's Mazed Ben. Oh. I think I could part with Chrysamir. I'm pretty sure I don't need that. Okay. Oh, maybe I could give her Volendrung. I'm not sure though. Let's try it. Try Volendrung. Well, just in case Volendrung doesn't work, I'll get Chrysamir as well. I hope I can pick it up. Okay, I'm still not over encumbered. Great.
Tidings and good wishes to your friend.
What? She's not accepting Volendrung. Alright, I'll just give her Chrysamir then. First, I just want to see how much damage it does. 70 damage, man. So powerful. It's hard to give up. I might be able to steal it back sometime. If I remember correctly, it appears somewhere in here. Famed Artifacts of Tamriel. So that's like a guide that tells you how to get all the artifacts. Here's Stendar's hammer. It does 100 damage. I think that's more damage than any other weapon does. Chrysamir. I'll miss you, Chrysamir. You were a good sword. It's a pretty bare museum.
Welcome to the Mournhold Museum of Artifacts.
Because most of the displays are from stuff that you collect. Alright, so I
Yes?
donated 2 things to you. Now give me the damn piece. You've already been quite a friend to this museum. I'll give you the piece. I'm classifying it as a Dwemer battle shield. As I said, I'm not sure what to make of it. The spike attached to the front of the shield seems to be loose, but a competent smith can probably take care of that for you. Good luck to you, and if you're able to recreate the Blade of Nerevar, I'd love to see the finished product. Dwemer battle shield, armor rating 50. It's just a typical shield. Oh, but it has a little thing sticking out of it. And that looks like a piece of the blade. Dwemer battle shield.
An odd construction to be sure. Let me see. As I thought, these 2 pieces aren't supposed to be attached. Looks like a regular drummer shield with this other piece attached. Hope you didn't pay too much for that shield, friend. It's nothing special as far as I can see. That other piece is interesting, though. Drummer in origin, but unlike anything I've seen before.
Need custom armor? I'm the one you want.
It's basically worthless.
You've got some interesting pieces there. I can work with this. Make the best blade you've ever seen. Not that I figured you'd know a daikatana from a butter knife. Come back in 2 days' time and I'll have your blade. Now leave me alone.
Justice.
Whoa, back up. Friggin' ordinators. Oh, not him.
Need
Oops.
custom armor? I'm the one you want.
Here's your blade. And before you ask, I don't know why it doesn't burn. I'm a smith, not an enchanter. You want the Dwemer enchantments on this thing, talk to a Dwemer. I know, they're all dead. But look, I've heard rumors of powerful Dwemer mystic, Radak Stungthumbs, that lived in Bam's Amshend. He's long gone, but maybe some of his writings still exist. If you can find any of them, I'll see what I can do for you.
You suffer from wounds.
I know. True Flame. So even without the enchantment, it's still good. Need to get rid of Volendrung. It does 60 damage. That's a lot for a one-handed weapon. Unfortunately, when you have it on best attack, it does the slash instead of the chop. It's because the the way the game determines what the best attack is it I think it like adds the minimum plus the maximum damage. So, you know, chop does a small amount of damage if you don't wind up all the way, but it does the most damage if you do wind up all the way, and I usually wind up all the way before I swing, so it's annoying.
If you insist.
I suggested I visit the ruins of Bam's Amshen and seek the writings of Dora mystically. I've already been down there. Okay. Well, next time we'll go meet with this dead dwarf. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll put this on hold and do something on Vardenfell. We'll see.